What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel today. Welcome to part 2 of this series that I've done interviewing Bradley Sutton from Helium 10. Now if you don't know, Helium 10 are a super powerful suite of tools. Bradley is one of the brains behind the operation, and if you haven't seen part 1 yet, I'll link it in the description below. Part 1 we talked about product research criteria, mentality, all that good stuff, and in today's video we're taking a quick look at the brand new feature, the keywords feature. I've highlighted this feature in the past on my channel, but Bradley really does take us deep on some of the decision-making criteria and some of the processes he uses in product research. Bradley's launched over 400 products on Amazon, so you know, if you're looking for someone with some authority in the area of product research and launching products, then this is the video for you. And yes, for the eagle-eyed amongst you that have noticed these videos are 3 days apart and I'm still sitting in my garden in the same clothes, yes, I haven't moved from this spot because it's sunny and it's England, and this doesn't happen often. Anyway, if you're someone that wants to learn more about building businesses on Amazon or off Amazon, and you just want to grow your income so that you can make more of an impact, that you can be freed up from the grip that money so easily places over our time, get that time freedom that you're searching for, then make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because you know, got so much more content coming your way along those lines. Turn that notification bell on, and you'd even get a little pop-up when my videos come out, so that would warm the cockles of your heart, I'm sure. Make sure you stick to the end of this video, because we've got some real great nuggets in it for you. Hit that like button if you like it, because that really helps too, and we'll see you in the content of the video. All right, let's go. Cool, welcome back to part 2 of this series we're doing, interviewing Bradley Sutton from Helium 10. Today we're going to be going into some product research actually on the Helium 10 software suite. So yeah, we're going to look into some ninja tactics. We're going to look at some maybe lesser known features of the software that you haven't seen yet, and just see how powerful this can be when you're doing some product research when selling on Amazon. So Bradley, today you're going to give us a ninja tutorial, right?
Yeah, I want to show the newest feature of Helium 10, which is the black box for keywords. I mean, the black box for products is still a very valid and successful, efficient way in order to search for opportunity on Amazon. But the newest way, even if you've been a member of Helium 10 or a user of Helium 10 for a while, you might not be aware of this, is searching for keywords. Because again, as we discussed in the previous video, the whole thing is trying to find where the demand is, but there might not be that much competition, or the competition is poor performing. So I'm going to show you guys a quick way in order to find that, and then you guys can use a tool as you desire. So let me just go to the screen here. All right. So now where that tool is right here in black box. So you go here, and then it's in the second tab, which is keywords. And actually, I don't think I've done this before. I'm going to go to, do you have a lot of users who sell in the UK?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the UK. You can actually do Canada, Germany, Spain, France, Italy, and the UK. Let's go ahead and do the UK. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search what categories. Let's pick like 2 or 3 categories here.
What would you say? What are your favorites? I mean, you know, we would say
anything. I wouldn't do cell phone accessories just because we just did a video saying how those are saturated. But.
Yeah, sure. Well, I like home and kitchen, baby products, health and personal care, beauty.
Okay.
All good.
All right. Home and kitchen. And then what was the other ones you said?
Like baby.
Okay. Maybe one more.
Then let's do beauty. Yeah,
beauty. Okay. All right. So we're going to search in these categories. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I don't really know what is high search volume in UK. I'm just going to say, show me keywords that are searched for at least 5,000 times a month. Okay. On estimate. So that's pretty decent search volume for the UK, I would imagine. Mm-hmm. And I could say, hey, show me ones where the products are on average on the first page. You know, a lot of the top products are selling a certain amount. But the one I'm going to do is review count. I'm just going to start with this. I'm going to say, show me the keywords where if you take the average of the number of reviews, it's kind of a max 20. That means it's maybe a fairly newer niche. All right. Mm-hmm. So as a matter of fact, that's the only one I'm going to use for right now. No, one more. I'm going to do word count. For me, I personally, when I search on Amazon to actually buy something, I rarely search for keywords that have only one word. So I'm just going to say, hey, show me the keywords that have at least 2 words. So let's see. If this comes up with 0, that means I need to widen it. If it comes up with over 200, that means I need to narrow it. So this came up with only 9. All right. So we take a look here. And right off the bat, I see something really interesting right here. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see if this works. Okay. So we've got fridge liners. I mean, I kind of have an idea what that might be. So why did that come up here? Well, the search volume estimated is 13,000 times a month.
Yeah.
But if you look here at the average on the reviews is 13. All right. So to me, if the average for those top selling products only have an average of 13 reviews, well, if I come in with like 5 or 6 reviews, instantly I am not that far off of this 13. All right. If every listing had like 1,000 reviews, 2,000, 3,000, and then all of a sudden your brand new product comes up with 5, and then there's 1,000. So even if you get on the first page, is anybody going to click on your list? I mean, me personally, if I saw this, I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this one, this one, before I even click on this, and I might never even click on that. So that's why you want to stay away from maybe trying to get on page 1 of products like that or categories like that, because the odds of people buying your product with that small number of reviews is low. But then you have like 13, 20, 3, and then here's mine with 5, and then 10. Well, now all of a sudden this, I would say, almost has an equal opportunity to get a click on a page like this as opposed to a page like this. So that's the kind of rationale of why I put this. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this fridge liner. I'm not even sure. I mean, I kind of have an idea what that might be. I'm assuming it's something that goes on the bottom of a refrigerator. So let's look. Okay, so here we go. So let's take a look right here. First of all, let's go to Amazon USA. Here's a good one. Neck pillow. All right. This is kind of like what you don't want to see. This is on Amazon USA, and I'm going to run X-ray. X-ray kind of tells me, what kind of action is happening here on page 1. And now let me just show you really quick what you don't want to see. So let's zoom in here. Take a look at this. The first thing I notice is look at these sales numbers. 33,000 units a month on average, maybe. That's like 1,000 units a day. Look at these 5,000, 5,000, 10,000.
Insane.
Can you imagine what kind of sales velocity you would have to ramp up to just to be able to compete with sellers of this level? It'd be impossible. So don't get your blinders on and just look at this sexy number right here and say, wow, 100,000 people are searching this for a month. I definitely need to go into this product. All right. The other thing, exactly what I had talked about, look at these reviews.
Yeah, crazy.
All right. 2,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 4,000. I mean, if you put in something that had like 5 reviews, it would never get any clicks. Nobody's going to trust a product with 5 reviews when you've got all of these other ones on there. So that is something that I definitely look at. So now let's take a look at this one and compare it. Let's look at here. So we say, hey, 13,000. Oh man, that maybe to you that might not be enough sales, right? Or might not be enough searches. Sorry, but let's take a look at some of those things that we are comparing it to with the neck pillows. Okay, first of all, look at these sales numbers. These here are sponsored ads. That's what SP means. So really, the starting here is what I'm looking for. Now, some of these does not have enough BSR history for us to know what's going on with that product. So instead of trying to throw a random number, you'll see this NA. Okay. But look at the ones that we do have the estimations on. I mean, this is selling like, 5 units a day, 5 units a day, around 5 units a day, maybe 3. Obviously not very difficult to ramp up to that kind of sales velocity, right? Yeah. I mean, it's not something that you can make a living off of, but hey, a lot of times it's actually better to go for products like this where they're only making 1,000, 2,000 pounds a month, because these are the kind of categories that the sellers who do the black hat tactics, they don't go and focus on.
Yeah.
You've probably heard of horror stories of, hey, I got to page 1. Now, all of a sudden, some black hat seller got my listing closed because he attacked me with bad reviews or things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't worry about categories like this. So it's sometimes better to go for the smaller kind of keywords.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I always say that, it's in terms of building a business with longevity that's a bit less stressful. It's definitely, I mean, you obviously then you have to manage more inventory and SKUs, but it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it?
Exactly. And then here, compare this to how that other college or neck pillows was.
Yeah.
The number one guy only has 39 reviews. Number two is 47. Here's one guy who's been around for a while, but he still only has 125. Here's one that's only 7. 11. We got 37 here. So you put something in with 3 reviews or 4 reviews, it has a lot better chance to be clicked on as opposed to if this was on a page. So just right off the bat, this is a product, I've never seen this product before, but I'm not saying everybody go to Alibaba right now and source this, but let's say you did want to do that. Let's say you wanted to see, well, what kind of products or what kind of prices is on Alibaba or in China for refrigerator. What would you call this? What liner? I don't know how to spell refrigerator liner. Let's see. Okay. So you would go here and then look, these exact kind of products are coming up, and you see here. So about 50 cents a piece. Okay. So it's 50 cents a piece. All right. So this one has how many? Let's take a look here. This is one of the top selling ones, 8 pieces. All right. So it costs maybe, $3 or $4. Profit margin, very, very low. All right. So probably I'd be like, I don't know if I would want to source this out. But hey, this is the process that you take, and then you don't have to guess. You could use the profitability calculator right here with Helium 10. And then you would put here what the manufacturing cost would be in pounds. So I would go here to website that can calculate pounds to dollars, and let's just say right here I would switch this. Let's go, if that was 50 cents each, that is what, 39. All right, so then 40 cents, if this is, that means it would cost me like $3. Let's just estimate $3. I would come back here, or 3 pounds I should say. I would come back here and okay, I can see now right here that if I were to source this, all right, the profit margin is almost nothing, right? Yeah. So then, okay, I would have to find a better supplier, or I would have to see how I can get this cost up. But this is just a rough process, all right? What I highly suggest doing is just sit there and for like 2-3 hours, you're going to find different keywords that maybe you never even, like, what the heck is a backflow incense burner? I mean, you're going to find stuff that definitely warrants more research, because how much would you have had to search to even find this category, fridge liners? I would never have found that manually. But that's the whole point of using Black Box, is what you're doing, instead of searching for the actual keywords first, what you're doing is you're searching for indications that something might be an opportunity, and then look at what Black Box gives you, research it, validate it, start getting prices, and then that's basically the beginning of the process there.
Yeah. What would you say is to see some of these categories they've got high search volume, but they don't necessarily have high sales volume? What would you sort of say that speaks of?
Well, it depends, because some keywords might have high search volume, but if they don't have a lot of sales, it means that keyword might not have a lot of buyer intent, right? Or the sales are distributed, amongst a very narrow set of keywords. Like, for example, you could have a keyword like, kitchen utensils, search for a lot, but the sales might not be that high on there because for different ones, because people are searching for other things. But maybe a keyword where I'm trying to think of something that's very specific, like microphone for karaoke machine 32433. I mean, it's a specific thing. I mean, there's not many keywords that can bring somebody to that exact thing. And if somebody is searching for that, they're probably going to buy it. So then maybe that's search for 1,000 times, but then you've got like 500 sales, because like 1 out of every 2 people who search it are buying it. So there's different things that go into that you've got, of course, got to take take into consideration.
Yeah, for sure. And then just before you go, are there any, we talked earlier about things that sort of maybe are little known or not that often used. Are there any of those sort of settings or things that, that you see that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, but they should be paying more attention to?
Settings and where?
Like in the criteria, the different filters.
Oh, yeah. I did right there 3 filters. We have about 20 filters, I believe. So there's different ones because opportunity means different things to different people. So we're not here to tell you, hey, this is the only filter that you should be used. Some people, they search for things like where most of the sellers are fulfilled by merchant instead of fulfilled by Amazon, meaning that, hey, if everybody's doing it fulfilled by merchant, but I come in with the FBA Prime listing, maybe I'm going to be better. Some say that, hey, I want to see the ones where the best selling month was October, knowing that in fall, this is a niche that sells really well. Others say, hey, show me ones where the number of images on the listing is less than 4. Because usually that means if it's under 4 images, that the rest of the listing is not very optimized, is not a good looking listing. And so that's another way for opportunity. So there's a million different ways that you can decide what opportunity means to you. And we provide you the filters that allow you to play around with those. Yeah, no, it's an incredibly powerful tool. And guys, I'd highly recommend, taking a look. Even if you, haven't used it before, definitely give it a try because it's super powerful. So listen, thanks Bradley so much for your time and just some tips and thoughts there. I think it's so good the way you just go in there and see it with sort of fresh eyes and, just do see the opportunity in everything. I think so often, especially us Brits, we can so easily be so negative, and there's nothing out there. And so just even seeing you there, showing what's possible and how you could approach things, it's absolutely powerful. So look, we really appreciate your time, Bradley. Thanks so much for coming on. No worries.
More value, hey? More just, wow, just such good stuff coming from Bradley. I don't know about you, but just having someone that's been there, done it so many times is just such an encouraging conversation to have. So listen, I hope you got a lot out of this. If you're interested in trying Helium 10 out, you can find a link to a 50% discount in the description below. You can test it out to your heart's content and see really what power this software has to offer. As you saw in the video, just some quick ideas just from using that keywords tab. And as you're researching products, it will give you, I'm sure, a whole bunch of ideas that you can use really to propel you from where you're at right now to the next phase in your business, whether that's just starting or whether that's to really, bump up momentum. I'm sure it can really help you in your journey. So if you want to learn more about that, find the link in the description below. If you want to see some of the other features that Helium 10 has, like how to build a listing on Amazon, then check out this video here where I talk all about it. And hey, if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe with notifications on, because I've got so many more great tutorials coming your way in the coming weeks. All right, I will see you in the next video real soon.